With around 3,000 tribes and over 2,000 languages and dialects in Africa, Africa is a continent with fascination around every corner. Found across southern Africa are the San people, commonly known as Bushmen of the Kalahari, a designation now considered pejorative. The term Bushman, which was originally Bushimana, was given in the 17th century by Dutch settlers to the diminutive hunting people of South Africa. Generally, San is the collective term used to describe an ancient indigenous collection of southern African hunter-gatherers. Comprised of several subgroups, the San people have roamed the African continent as a distinct ethnic group for around 150,000 years. The San people are members of various Khoi, Thu and Xia-speaking indigenous hunter-gatherers with cultures acclaimed to be the first cultures of southern Africa and whose territories span Botswana, Namibia, Angola, Zambia, Zimbabwe, Lesotho and South Africa. The San people are known for their tremendous skill in hunting and gathering, with complex social structures and enviable lifestyles. The San people developed skills to hunt and survive in a seemingly complex barren desert land. Their tracking skills are renowned and their success with bows and poisoned arrows is very impressive. These include their ability to find water in underground tubers and gather whatever fruit and berries are in season. Many of the rural San live in lightweight, semicircular structures of branches laced with twigs and thatched with grass. Their equipment are portable, the possessions few and lightweight as well. Woods, reeds, animals and in the past stones are the main raw materials from which their skin clothing, carrying bags, water containers and hunting weapons are made. For hunting, they use bows and poisoned arrows, snares, throwing sticks and sometimes spears. They have probably always fed on game, wild vegetables, fruits, nuts and insects. As game becomes less plentiful, they are forced to rely increasingly on gathering or ultimately into abandoning their old means of sustenance altogether. The religion of two San groups, the Kung and the Gui, seem to be similar in that both groups believe in two supernatural beings, one of which is the creator of the world and of the living things, whereas the other has lesser powers but is partly an agent of sickness and death. The story of the San people drew global attention of some sort when in a 1969 film, Lost in the Desert, featuring a small boy who was stranded in the desert and encountered a group of wandering San people. They helped him and then abandoned him as a result of a misunderstanding created by the lack of common language and culture. The film was directed by Jimmy Ives, who returned to the Sun a decade later with The Gods Must Be Crazy, a film that turned out to be an international hit. The comedy portrayed a Kalahari San group's first encounter with an artifact from the outside world, a Coca-Cola bottle. By the time the movie was made, the Kung had recently been forced into sedentary villages, and the San, hired as actors, were confused by the instructions to act out of inaccurate exaggeration of their almost abandoned hunting and gathering life. The San people were musically inclined, with clapping and singing forming part of their dance rituals. Sadly, European colonization brutally disrupted the enduring and captivating lifestyle of the San people. All of this means that the idealistic image of modern-day San people hunting and gathering in peace is little more than a fantasy. The majority of San people alive today live in abject poverty and experience low standards of living. Indeed, they have become Southern Africa's poorest people. However, despite all of the forbearing, the San people are known for their natural way of life and peaceful coexistence.